You see, one of the annoying thing here is the police, as usual, their tricky way, okay? I know they are good cop, bad cop, right? But you tell me what kind of cop are these ones, right? So they went to the home of Tyree, met the mother, and described somebody that is totally different from their son. So they told the mother, they got the son arrested for DUI, and he was resisting arrest, he was doing this and that. And the mother was like, that's not my son. I know my son. You know what? Watch this video and you hear what happened.
The Memphis Police Department banged on our door approximately around between 8:30 and 9 o'clock, asking if I knew Nichols. And we said, yes. What's going on? He's been arrested. Arrested for what? DUI. DUI? My son don't drink like that. What do you mean DUI? Well, we had to pepper spray him and tase him, so he's being attended to by the paramedics, and we'll send him to the hospital, and then after that, he'll go to booking. What? They then asked me, was he on any type of drugs or anything of that nature, because they were saying that it was so difficult to put the handcuffs on him, and he had this amount of energy, superhuman energy, and what they were describing was not my son, so I was very confused. I asked if I can go to the hospital. They told me no. They left. My husband and I, we got in our car and we went to go see if we could find Ty because he wasn't answering his phone or anything. When I asked them where my son was, they said nearby. Nearby? What is nearby? I got nothing from them. I think now that I'm actually putting things together, I believe they were trying to cover it up when they first came to my door. When my husband and I got to the hospital and I saw my son, he was already gone. They had beat him to a pulp. He had bruises all over him. His head was swollen like a watermelon. His neck was busting because of the swelling. They broke his neck. My son's nose looked like an S. They actually just beat the crap out of him.
Right there, you see? So if it wasn't for the fact that we have cameras everywhere, the mother won't have a choice. She will be laying there wondering, what are we doing, Seth?
What are we doing, Seth?
Just another day in the life of a colored person in America. Let me put it that way. And again, as you saw in that video, the brutal killing of another young man, should I say at his prime or just about? It's just an innocent young dude that's just been killed. Why it's even more shocking and alarming is it was perpetrated by people that are supposed to be caregivers, that are supposed to take care of you. I'm sure you guys must have seen the video, and it is just sad. Thank goodness. I'm not saying that to patronize or anything, but again, it's a fact. This time, it was perpetrated by police, black cops, young black policemen killing a fellow black person. Can they even justify it? It's when I saw the video, it was, to say anything, disappointing. Shocking, disappointing, sad, angry. Then why? How can a young person like that screaming for his mom when he says danger from those that are supposed to protect him? I've always been hearing this story where, you see a police person behind you, in America, and you're not comfortable anymore as a black person, and because you never know what will happen after that when you're stopped. on and on and on. We've heard killings. And this, and what are we going to say? It's coming from a fellow black person that should understand even better. Now, I'm not saying that the police should not do their job, right? But there should be some justification. This was a harmless young man being kicked, hit in so many different ways, pepper sprayed and everything, and he was harmless. They beat him to death. Took their time before they could even call medics to take him to the hospital. Of course, the inevitable happened. The guy died. Now, of course, you know the story. They've, fired the policemen and investigations are ongoing and all of that. But all that is just mere formalities because the guy is gone. He's gone for nothing. So the system will be blamed, or is it the race, or what has just gone wrong morally? You cannot even have confidence on people that you're supposed to trust to guide you, to protect you. My first video for this show, remember, if you guys have been following, was called Black on Black. At that time, it was Will Smith, you know the story, going on stage to give Chris Rock a slap on his face, and that's, another story. If you've not watched the video, please, go ahead and watch and understand where we're coming from. This is a black on black thing. And this is another one again that we're seeing a fellow black person that is supposed to be a professional, all right, going out of their way to kill a fellow black person, a harmless black young man, and they just wasted his life. What is the justification for that? Or he was running away? Or if not for the camera, I wonder what excuse they will have given. They're very good at giving excuses. But what would have been the excuse if there was no camera? It's saddening, and it just comes to bear again what we are talking about, emotions from men, black on black relationship, culture-wise and otherwise. Why can't we just get along in every way and be tolerable as much as you can, all right? Why can't we just trust each other as a race, really? Why is it so much emotions especially when it comes to a black on black situation? Why? What is the problem? What are we doing, Seth? What are we doing? What is really the problem, from the culture, from this race that could be so emotional? And sometimes we just kill each other for no reason. What's the issue there? Can somebody just tell me? When this video came up, I didn't even think it was going to be that bad when the visuals came. I'm like, it can't be, but it is. 5 policemen were involved in this case. On a young man, Tyrenichol, just wasted his life. Okay, moving forward, can we just take a pause, a breather, and make our race more viable? I keep hearing Black Lives Matter. Okay, let's justify it by the way we live our lives every day, right? Is that possible? Really, is that really possible? It's not really a good day right now. Why would it make it even worse? Why is it that we cannot imbibe those principles we always talk about on this show and just get along? Why do we try to make life even more difficult for each other with no really good intentions? It's a self-destruct button, folks. We can do much better than this. I thought we were getting there where we understand how life should be, where we share things and make our lives better. This is just a setback, really. You're supposed to be my brother's keeper, right? How can I entrust my relationship with someone that will stab me on the back? So many things just came up. A lot of people were talking about it. Another show is just share that video and show concern and, solidarity on what is really going on, especially this episode. Are we going to see more of this? It's not a good thing. I think we can do much better than this and be humane to one another. All right? Have a reason to love one another and stop comparing other races that they are doing it, because you can too. It's not peculiar to just a race. You can do it too. Just tolerate one another. If no one had tolerated you, I don't think you will be here today. Let's tolerate each other more. Let's help one another more. Let's imbibe that quality of love and kindness to one another. Whether you're a professional, you're a civilian, military, whatever you are, and what capacity that you see yourself, I think we can do much better. All right? Well, moving forward, let's see if you can get this and how we can. What do we even tell our children? Let's start from there. Let's start from ourselves. What example are you laying to the next generation, to your children, to your grandkids, and all of that, to your nephews, your niece, to your neighbor? What legacy are you going to leave for yourself so that they can build on it when they remember you? What do you want to put in place if you want to be remembered? Ask yourself that, all right? We need to set good example so that the next generation that come will take it from there and even do better. Because if the examples you set today, especially if it is negative, counterproductive, your children will do worse. That's what's going to happen. And that's what has been happening. Look at the rap game. The rap game was supposed to be a culture, right? Of bringing together and all. Now we know, right? Killing, guns, and hey, what are we doing, Seth? That's the question. Let's see how we can make this work, starting from us, from the inside out. All right? Because they said from the abundance of the heart. That's exactly what showed there, from the abundance of the heart. And they just perpetuated that act on a young man that was just defenseless, right? All right. Let me get your comments on this. Pretty gloomy, but it's really, really concerning how safe we can be if we want it to be safe. The environment we live in, the life we want to live. It all depends on us. Nobody else is going to do it for us. And it has to start from your heart and the legacy you want to leave behind for the next generation. All right? Hey, always remember what we say all the time on this show. Do unto others what you want others to do unto you. Talk to you again, folks.
What are we doing, Seth?